And we are back with more What's Now, continuing to think about your health, especially COVID-19. We are in a new phase of this pandemic with people traveling more for the holidays, this upcoming winter months. What do we need to know about booster shots, large gatherings, all those things? We recently spoke with a physician who sorted this out for us. Here's more.
While the holiday season prompts travel, gatherings with family and friends, and attending large events, COVID-19 cases are again on the rise as we enter the winter months, and many are wondering how to navigate the holiday season. Vaccines and now boosters are helping to bring some normalcy to this holiday season, but variants of concern continue to spark new conversations among health officials, especially with the emergence of the Omicron variant. Here to help us sort out these questions and discuss the benefit of booster shots is Dr. Paul Burton, Chief Medical Officer at Moderna. Dr. Burton, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Christine.
What do we now know about the Omicron variant and if it's more contagious?
Yeah, so Christine, look, we found out about Omicron, I guess, about a month ago at Thanksgiving. We didn't know much about it then. We do know more now. I think there's three key things that we found out. The first is that it is highly transmissible. You know, it exploded in South Africa. There are 25,000 cases a day now, compared to about 200, 250 cases a day when we first found it. We see the same thing in Denmark, 88,000 cases a day now in the UK. So it's definitely on the rise throughout Europe, and it's coming here to the US. So it's highly transmissible. People who get Delta typically do not get reinfected with Delta. That's not the case with Omicron. It has no regard, no respect for that. It will reinfect people, even if they've had COVID in the past. So we know those two facts. And the big question that comes up frequently is how severe is Omicron? It's certainly killing fewer people than died with Delta. So thankfully, you know, that's very reassuring. But the hospitalization rate that we see in, for example, Denmark with Delta is about the same rate, just under 1%, as we're seeing with Omicron. So I think, Christine, it's transmissible, it can reinfect, and it's severe. So we don't need to panic, but we've got to take it seriously.
What do we also know so far about booster protection in regards to Omicron?
So the data that's come out from around the world, certainly with the Moderna vaccine as well, is that boosting will increase your circulating antibody levels against COVID and against Omicron. It does have some escape. All the mutations that it has mean that the antibodies that we make after vaccination are not quite as effective against Omicron as they are, say, against Delta. But when you get boosted, those antibody levels go up and people will be protected. So the message right now is know your facts, and there's a great website, makeityourvaccine.com. Get vaccinated if you're on the fence, and get boosted. And I know that, you know, in Utah, about 25% of the population's been boosted now, so that's great, but you know, there's still more room to go, so don't let our guard down now.
What is your recommendation for booster shots with upcoming holiday travel?
Yeah, so I think there's two big buckets of things we can still all do. We've done it for 2 years. As I say, don't let your guard down. Keep hand washing, wearing a mask, and some social distancing. That's important. The second thing that is key is to then get vaccinated. If you're on the fence, these are highly effective and very safe vaccines. Get vaccinated. And if you're now eligible, everybody over 18 is, get boosted.
What takeaway do you want the audience to remember to protect themselves during holiday gatherings?
Look, I think, you know, we're a year out tomorrow from the 1-year anniversary of the authorization of the Moderna vaccine. And in that time, vaccines as a whole have saved 1 million lives and prevented 10 million hospitalizations. They're safe, they're highly effective, and those coupled with some simple measures are going to be what will get us through this pandemic. We can do it as a country, we can do it as a world. Stay safe, keep your guard up, get vaccinated, get boosted, and enjoy the holidays.
What are the latest updates from Moderna in its quest to defeat the pandemic?
So we have two types of booster dose available right now, the 50 microgram dose which most of us get, 100 micrograms for the immunocompromised. So we can tailor the dose to the individual. And then we're working on an Omicron-specific vaccine. We announced that at Thanksgiving, and those data will come out early next year. So we're leaders in this field of mRNA technology and vaccines, and we're absolutely committed to continuing to do our full part to help end this pandemic.
And where do you recommend we find more information about our conversation today?
So I think there are many great websites. One that I like in particular is makeityourvaccine.com. There you can get good information, find out where you can get vaccinated and boosted. It's a good resource.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Burton, for this important information about COVID-19, new variants, and also with holiday travel. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Christine.